Good evening. Welcome to Austin After Hours. I'm Taylor Ellison. Thanks for being with us. We've got a really fun show tonight. Here's a look at what's coming up. Things have never been better at P. Terry's Burger Stand. It's a French fry frenzy as we sit down with co-owner Kathy Terry to learn how this family business is serving up burgers, shakes, and philanthropy across the community as they set to open their 15th location this summer. And he's toured the world with Dave Chapelle, and now he's standing in the spotlight at the Paramount Theatre for his very own Netflix special. We sit down with comedian Mo Amer to learn how the first Arab American to star in his own nationally televised one-hour special is opening minds one joke at a time. Plus, success in a flash. From ATX to the Queen Bee, these temporary tattoos have been spotted on people across the country. Founder of Flash Tattoos, Miranda Burnet, shares how she launched this global company in Austin, fueled by glitter, girl power, and good vibes. But first, buckle up. We're cruising through the drive-thru at P. Terry's with the Kathy Terry.
The whole architecture is Googie architecture. I thought Patrick made up the name. I really did. You know, back in the 50s and the 60s, the bowling alleys and the gas stations, so he wanted all of his restaurants to have Googie architecture. It goes with the whole image.
I love it. I've always loved it. I love everything about P. Terry's.
How can I help you today?
Sure. No, I got this. I know what your order is. Don't you worry. I need 2 orders of French fries.
Also, we're with the Kathy Terry. She's kind of a big deal.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Never mind, thank you.
Alrighty, 401
She's like, okay, there's a crazy lady. That's code 24 for crazy lady in the drive-thru.
I'm a code 24. What do we have here? Thank you.
Okay, word on the street is you have a thing for P. Terry fries.
Oh no. We call it the 2 fry. I always have to get one for the car ride and then one for my destination.
I love it.
And
I love it. Maybe we should put a combo price up there for that.
That would be the biggest honor, just like this is. I feel so lucky to be sitting with Kathy Terry at P. Terry's. I know I'm here on a daily basis. How often do you eat here?
Oh gosh, I've been here twice already today, breakfast and lunch.
Okay, that
and
makes
that's
me
pretty
feel better.
normal.
Do you eat a lot of fast food or hamburgers before P. Terry's?
When we opened P. Terry's, no. In fact, I thought Patrick was kidding most of the time when he said he was going to open up a burger stand because neither one of us ate fast food. And then all of a sudden he has this location.
So how did you do that?
I literally would drive around and go to McDonald's and Wendy's, go through the drive-thru, and I would look inside to see okay, where do they put the fries? Where do they put the straws? Oh, we need lids. Oh, crap. Oh. And I would dissect the burger and be like, okay, the lettuce was on this side, the tomatoes were on that.
You were a secret shopper.
Yes.
And you were learning the nuts and bolts of running a hamburger business.
Yes, through the drive-thru.
Here we are, 15 locations in Austin.
I know.
How did that growth happen?
My husband, he's the visionary for sure. This was his whole idea, and I'm probably the operation part. I'm good about getting in the trenches. I'm the doer.
What were some of those challenges in the beginning?
Oh, everything. Oh my gosh, everything. I mean, it's hard work. We didn't really know what we were doing. I was going through the drive-thru doing my research. I'm talking in the little speaker box, and I went, oh gosh, we don't have one of those things. And so I called Patrick on the phone and I'm like, hey, dude, we need one of those speaker box things, with the headset and everybody's talking to each other.
Where they actually place the order.
And he was like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, what is that called? And he's like, I don't know. It was hysterical. I was the maintenance girl, so if anything broke, I had to fix it. And so I don't know how many times I would get on the roof at P. Terry's and change a belt on the exhaust fan.
Goodness.
It was crazy, and I would even do it pregnant. We opened, our first location was on South Lamar and Barton Springs. And in fact, when we opened, Patrick didn't want to put any other burger on the menu other than a hamburger. And I was like, no, you can't do that. You have to have chicken.
You have to have fries.
Well, yeah, it was gonna be fries.
Okay.
It was gonna be fries.
Okay, good.
You have to have chicken. And he was like, oh God, we can't do chicken. It's gonna take too long to cook. The chicken breasts are too thick. And so we went round and round and round, and actually we were with some friends out to eat, and we were telling him this whole story. And Patrick's friend looked at him and said, well, just grind it, Patrick. And Patrick's like, yeah, we'll just grind it. So that's how we got our chicken burgers. And then when I realized that we were opening in South Austin, I was like, well, we have to have a vegetarian option. We had already painted the menu signs. I mean, everything was done.
Wow.
And at the very last minute, I was like, even if it's a frozen veggie patty, you have to let me buy it and put it on the menu. So we had like another little menu painted, and it said South Austin Edition. It's hanging in my carport.
Are you
It says
serious?
South Austin Edition, the veggie burger.
Even just the aroma of P. Terry's makes me happy. I wish I could bottle this up and put it in a room spray.
I'm sure my kids would probably disagree with you. They are so sick of P. Terry's. I keep telling them, okay, one day you're gonna look back and think I'm the coolest mom ever, that I let you have a
Absolutely.
burger every day.
Every day. Something so special about P. Terry's is this culture of giving.
We decided, okay, we're gonna do like a day of giving, and we're gonna do it 4 times a year. And Patrick was insistent on doing it on Saturdays because he's like, it's gonna be the biggest day of the week, and we'll give all of our profits to a nonprofit. Over the years, it's been so exciting, and it's the 4 checks that we write a year that mean the most to me. It would be impossible without our customers. I mean, so it's like everybody gets to be a part of that whole giving journey. We've given over $750,000 out. It's really turned into be a beautiful thing.
One time I had the good fortune of hearing you speak at an event. You said something to the effect of, you know, they say money can't buy you happiness. And you said, but it can if you're spending it on other people.
It's true. Everybody has struggles,
Yeah.
and it only takes one person's kindness to change a life. And
kidding.
so I always want to give back.
And it's so neat that you can incorporate that into every facet of your life now, which led you to start In Lieu.
Yes, it's a mobile giving app. It's a social app, and it actually is kind of the same premise of P. Terry's. Like, everybody gets to be involved in the giving journey. I wanted people to make donations in lieu of material gifts. In the app, you can actually make a donation to nonprofit, and at the same time make a personal message to your friend.
And you can connect it to a cause that means something to them. When you launched Taco Ranch,
Yes,
I mean, that's a big deal.
that about killed us both.
Why is that?
Oh my gosh, it's like childbirth. You forget how hard it is.
Oh, that's right.
So then we opened that Taco Ranch, and it's a totally different concept. So we started all over. Like, we had no idea, like, how many beans are we supposed to make? How many tortillas? We were so overwhelmed. And I mean, thank you, Austin, for being so nice.
Just when you have burgers mastered, you're like, plot twist, let's go try something new.
It's so funny, when we opened P. Terry's, I looked at them and I'm like, if you wanted a divorce, you just had to ask for it. And the same thing, like, Taco Ranch opens and I'm like, you did it again. Like, how is that possible? How did I let you do this?
You must be doing something right because it's working. What's the craziest order you've ever seen?
I think the ones that really kind of stop me in my tracks are, they'll do like the trifecta. They'll do beef, chicken, and veggie all together.
Triple Tower?
Yes.
I didn't even know that existed.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, I have nothing to worry about. This has been such a delight. I'll cheers to you.
Oh, cheers.
I know you're sneaking a shake in this big cup. I know what she did.
Exactly.
The only thing better than P. Terry's fries is getting to enjoy them with Kathy Terry. Thanks so much. Up next, prepare to laugh. We're hanging out with comedian Mo Amer as he gets ready for his first Netflix special right here in Austin, Texas.
And the marker. Get the marker now. Sorry. We will use the marker now. Can we have the marker, please? We'll do the marker.
Here,
We would like the mark. Perfect. Yeah, out of here.
I've got to tell you, you're kind of a big deal. Last week,
You know.
in the same day, 3 different people, unrelated, called me and they were like, Mo Amer is coming to Austin. You have to get him on your show.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You'll be kicking it on the stage at the Paramount Theatre.
That's right. I'm filming my Netflix special in my home state of Texas. I'm happy to be in Austin. I have a lot of amazing experiences here. My first headliner gig was on 6th Street at Velveeta Room. And then I did 2 tour stops with Dave Chapelle at the ACL at Austin City Limits. And
Yeah.
it was really a magical experience, and it's something that means a lot to me.
That's got to be a pretty big milestone for you. Our Netflix special. What can we expect during that?
Man, you're gonna expect everything I got, you know?
Gonna bring
It's
everything.
everything, literally. I mean, it's been 20 years in the making almost. I've been really tactful and methodical about how I want to introduce myself to the world. So this has been really, really special, and to be under Dave Chapelle's mentorship the last 5 years, over 500 shows together and learning from him, that really just made me feel like, okay, I'm ready.
Congratulations, man.
Thank
That's
you.
so exciting.
Thank you.
You know, when you talk about learning from Dave Chapelle, one of the best,
Sure.
what are some of those lessons and takeaways that you now find yourself incorporating?
Oh man, it's so many different levels of performance and timing, and also off stage, and seeing how he navigates that world. And it's just so much to soak in. It's just so
you're
much.
A sponge.
Yeah, I'm absolutely a sponge.
How'd you initially link up with Dave Chapelle?
So I was touring, doing a show called Allah Made Me Funny, and that was made into a documentary film, and his whole family came out to our show. It was really a wonderful surprise, and he came and did an hour after our show, and then we became friends, and I happened to be in San Francisco at the same time he was doing shows, and he invited me and my comedy partner Azhar to come through and say hello, and we were like, hey, let's get a picture with Dave Chapelle, and we show up, he's like, oh, can I get a picture with you guys? And we were like, sure, Dave, sure. I'm very, very blessed to have him as my friend and mentor.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, you've been doing comedy for a long time.
Yeah.
How do you keep it fresh?
It's just the love of the art form, you know, and also the culture makes it really easy. I mean, there's a lot of things out there to pick from. They always try to put me in a bucket, oh, it's one of the best Arab comedians. My thing is becoming a great comedian, period. That's been my goal since I first started, and I've been inspired by that ever since I was 10. If those butterflies ever disappear, it's time to get out of the business, and I have so much to offer.
It seems like you're really using comedy to change perspectives and open people's mind, at least get them to think.
Yeah.
How do you approach that?
I mean, stand-up comedy originally as an art form is something that makes you laugh but also makes you think. It's just my own experiences, really. I mean, I'm a storyteller, and I traveled the world without a passport. I've been interrogated in over 25 countries, and by far Japan is my favorite interrogation I ever had in my life.
That?
It was just 1 hour of them trying to figure out what I did for a living, right?
How
The
did
whole
that go?
hour was like, so, what is your occupation? I was like, I'm a comedian. He's like, comedian? I was like, yeah, man, I'm a comedian. Comedian? I was like, yeah, I do. Am I being roasted right now? What is happening?
How do you travel the world without a passport like that?
You don't really. You're not really supposed to, but they give you what's called a refugee travel document, but nobody knows what this thing is. So everywhere you go, there is pit stops along the way.
Pit stops is such a gracious word.
It's
I'm
very
sure it
nice
looks very
word.
different.
It's not a NASCAR 10 seconds or less pit stop, I tell you that for sure.
How old were you when you moved to Texas?
I was 9. I was born in Kuwait. I left Kuwait after the first Gulf War. I went to a really nice private British English school in Kuwait. Had a hint of a British accent. You know, I was like, hello, Mom, going to school, I am, Mommy, right? And then I ended up in Houston. However, when I first got there, they put me in ESL class.
Oh, okay.
Which is English as a second language class.
But you spoke English.
And I was the only guy that spoke English in this class. I walk in and all the kids are looking at me like, hola, amigo, tú eres el huevo aquí. And I was like, sorry, what language are you speaking? All of a sudden, this other dude just walks up out of nowhere. He's like, you're weird, dude. Why do you talk like that, eh? And that was my teacher, Taylor. It was a really difficult situation. My family did no research. It was quite a shock for us.
So how do you use that experience and that part of your story in your work today?
Easily.
Yeah.
You know, I've dealt with all adversity in my life through comedy. It seems like in the most uncomfortable of circumstances, I am the guy cracking the jokes, and they work. I just can't explain it. It's just the way I was created.
So you travel a lot of places. What destination speaks to you?
Outside of America, I would say, man, I mean, Cape Town, South Africa takes the cake to me. It's just one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. One of the 7 wonders of the world, and it was just incredible. Aside from getting my laptop stolen out of my room, everything was great. Just ignore that part. I took the Toshiba laptop that I had in 2007. That thing was worth $50. I was like, can you please just bring this back? I was like, my laptop's been stolen out of my room. The guy's like, yeah, again, huh? I was like, again? I was like, oh, this is the wrong hotel. Aside from that, one of the best countries. Actually, that's where I met Trevor Noah and all those guys back then.
You talked about still getting butterflies. So do
Yeah.
you get butterflies like on stage when you're about to perform?
Depends what the scenario is. I get excited. I did Radio City Music Hall with Dave, with Chapelle during his run. And I was like following Chance the Rapper and Donald Glover and my God, you know, Lauryn Hill. Right before I go up on stage, you're like, oh, instead of 20, you're doing 15 and then you're gonna come back after Chance and do another 5. I'm like, excuse me, I'm gonna follow Chance the Rapper and do another 5 and you want me to edit this right now and they're announcing my name? I was like, I hate you. Those are the type of situations that that are just so exciting. You know, my mother was able to be there, and that was like a big thing for me, for her to come out and watch that show. And she didn't even know who Chance the Rapper was, you know what I mean? Just seeing a son like do a stage like that with one of the greatest comedians of all time was just one of the most fulfilling experiences of my career.
I so much enjoyed watching your Stephen Colbert stand-up because you were just like so on, and it was so fluid and natural, and that was your network TV debut, yes?
It was, yeah, it
What
was.
was that experience like?
Man, chills. I'm getting chills thinking about it. It was when I walked the streets of New York, I would take pictures of myself and never post them. I would always keep it to myself of the Late Show, and at that point, Letterman, I was like, man, I'm gonna be on this show. I just know I'm gonna be on this show. I didn't know how. Man, it was a magical experience to be in that Ed Sullivan Theater.
Tonight, he's making his network television debut. Please welcome Mo Amer.
For me to be on Colbert was a big deal, a really big deal to me, yeah.
And I love that you spoke it into existence, or you selfied it into existence.
I did. I've done that a few times in my career where I just like keep working hard and I make the intention and then it happens.
Visualize.
Yeah.
Muhammad is the most popular name in the world, okay? You know what's frustrating about that fact? I went to Disneyland 3 weeks ago, not one keychain with my name on it. Not a single, not one person has shared a Coca-Cola with me in America, not a single person.
You will be taking the stage here for your
I will.
Netflix 1 hour special.
Like, you're gonna be getting a hell of a deal. No matter what, trust me, you will not be able to get me for this price after this special. So come enjoy it now, Texas. Come enjoy it now as I give this gift to you after you've given me so many gifts. Trust me, you are gonna want to be here.
And that's all you need, folks. We'll see you here at the Paramount Theatre for Mo Amer. Rock on.
Thank you so much.
So much fun, Mo. He will take the stage for 2 shows live at the Paramount Theatre. Up next, her tattoos have been seen on the likes of Lady Gaga and Beyonce. Flash Tattoos founder Miranda Burnet shares how her global business started right here on Barton Springs Road.
So many celebrities wearing the product, but I want to see some men. I want to see The Rock or... Yeah.
I love you so much. I love this so much.
Taylor, I bought you some Austin tattoos because I know how much you love Austin, and I love you so much.
These are the most darling things ever.
Thank you. Do you want to put one on?
Of course I do.
Okay,
How do we
let's
do
do
it
it.
like a fashionista though? You're the pro.
You peel the wrapper off,
Okay.
and you decide where you want to put it on.
I mean, there's so much real estate to work with. I've seen you have already gotten to work here.
You decide when you want to put it on. I'm just going to put it right there for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
And this is going to hurt a little. Don't cry.
Really?
Be brave.
I don't remember it ever hurting.
It's just water. It's not like a real tattoo.
Oh, that's right. How long do we hold it on for?
Just a few seconds. You just want to dry it off. It's ready to go. We'll see what that looks like.
Excited. Can you handle the pressure?
Ta-da!
I'm speechless.
Look at that.
That is
I love you
perfect.
so much.
I love you so much. Can we see this?
You want to try the Texas one?
Yes, of course. Let's do that right here.
Okay.
Is there ever too many flash tats?
Never.
What's the most you've had on at one time?
You know who does wear a full sleeve of flash tats is Beyonce.
That sounds about right. So when you have a lot on, do you call it doing the
We
Beyonce?
call it the Beyonce. She wears a whole sleeve.
I want to do the Beyonce. Whatever Beyonce's doing, I want to do that. So just flash tap me up.
These are ones that we did especially for Austin. So we have these in vending machines and set up in bars all over town.
The big reveal,
There you go.
deep in the heart of Texas.
Deep in the heart.
And if tats weren't enough, you've added a few things to the mix.
We have some sunnies. You can put your own flash tattoos on the sunglasses.
Is it just me, or does this say champagne campaign?
It's not just you.
I'm done. Miranda, let's go get a glass of champagne, shall we?
Let's do it.
Heck this May.
I'm ready. Cheers, Taylor.
This is such a special spot for you.
It is. When I first started Flash Tattoos, it was June 21st, 2013. I was so excited. Shady Grove was so nice to let me come here and set up a teeny tiny table on their front of the lawn. All the hundreds of people that walked by for ACL, me and my friend Mallory would just put a free flash tattoo on all of them, every single one, and it was a huge hit.
And that is where flash tattoos begin to take off, from right here at the front lawn at Shady Grove. That's such a perfect Austin fairy tale.
Isn't it? They got shared on Instagram, all the music festivals, all the beaches around the world, people were wearing them. It was incredible. It was incredible to watch. I didn't pay any celebrity to wear them. I didn't pay for any advertising. It was just through people's love of the product that the word got out and it spread.
We've always loved temporary tattoos, right? Like
Yeah.
as a kid, you always want more, and so you
right.
glammed them up and made temp tats for like sophisticated adults.
For fashionistas.
Where was this idea first born?
Flash was just meant to be a side hustle. I told my husband, I convinced him that he needed to quit his job. He wanted to be a writer, that was his dream. So I was like, you pursue that and we'll just live off of my salary and we'll just make it work. And I committed to that, and then, you know, the struggle was real and I had to pay the bills, and I was like, gosh, I need to figure out a way to make some extra cash. That was the catalyst for launching Flash. I'd seen in this magazine image of these women wearing 24 karat gold paint, and I just thought it was so beautiful. I just wanted to take that beautiful idea and make it more fun, more fashionable, and more affordable so that everyone could wear them. And then translate that into a product that we could bring to market. Coming up with the concept and coming up with the designs and getting it, you know, up on a website was the easy part. What I wasn't prepared for was what happened after that. We came to ACL. I posted a few pictures on Instagram. I'd never even had an Instagram account before. I reached out to this beach blogger in Hawaii and asked her if she would post a blog about them. She just did it for free. And that was it. The word spread, and then they were at Coachella, then they got into the hands of celebrities, and just watching this all happen blew my mind. And although I came up with the concept and I put them out on the market, I don't take any credit for what happened after that. That was just such an unexplainable phenomenon. It was just amazing.
You created exactly what people wanted in that moment, because
Yeah.
before Flash tattoos, there wasn't really this concept of the kind of glitzy temporary tat.
Yeah, it was for kids, you know, and this was something that was for adults. The original designs were more like jewelry, but then our customers told us what they wanted. We want to wear these to the beach, to festivals, at our kids' birthdays parties, and so we just designed them for what our customers wanted. We have the best customers in the world.
In the world, because
In
this
the
is a
world.
global operation.
From Hawaii to Australia to Kuwait. We were really big in Kuwait for some reason. We moved from just a one-woman operation out of my house to now this like global temporary tattoo empire. Whatever that is, like what does that look like? We had to scale really fast. Our operating systems kept crashing, and you know, we had all these knockoffs and copycats by the thousands kept springing up. There was just no way to control this insanity, but I just feel really fortunate to be a part of all of that.
What did you learn from that growth phase?
Oh my gosh, I learned so many things. You can't always plan your business. I know a lot of women who want to go into their own business and they wait and they want to have everything planned and everything worked out, and it doesn't always work out that way. Things will just evolve and happen on their own, and just get started.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Say no more.
Oh
How
my
does that
gosh.
even happen?
I'm still pinching myself today. Her people called my people.
Well, I think you pretty much made it in life, Miranda.
They were requesting Flash tattoos, and so we would send them a bunch, and then they'd call again and say, you know, we want some more, and then they called again and wanted more, and so I'm just imagining like her whole office is like decked out in Flash tattoos. Then one day she started wearing them and posting pictures to Instagram, and then it was just like crazy, crazy, crazy. Not long after that, she reached out again and said she wanted to do a collaboration with us and do her own Beyonce pack. So we said okay. She was very much involved in the design process, and I'm just amazed by Beyonce. She's a very creative person. We're run on girl power and good vibes, and it's just all about positivity and having fun. We've been able to partner with select charities that are near and dear to our hearts, and we've designed special packs just for them where the profits from those packs go back to the amazing causes. That's something we're the most proud of at Flash Tattoos.
Do you carry a little water squirt bottle everywhere?
I do. I love it when I travel to meet people that have never heard of them before, especially little kids. I'll have a whole line of little kids and I'll just put them on one by one, and they just are so amazed. We're now offering a category for teens and tweens and kids. What would be really exciting to me is to see more guys. I want to see The Rock or...
Miranda, cheers to you.
Thank you. Cheers, Taylor.
This has been great. We can
Thanks
let
for having me.
The champagne campaign continue.
There we go.
What a cool story. Thanks for sharing with us, Miranda. And thank you for being with us on this episode of Austin After Hours. Until next time, you can find us online or on YouTube. We'll see you next Friday. Cheers.